I'm Stephen Sadler again with Money and Power. I want to talk to you a little bit about public relations, propaganda, and the media, because I believe, I've been studying this for 30 years, that most people have no idea how much their decisions are influenced by other people. And this is a science. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. You actually learn a little bit about this in business school. You learn more in marketing. But public relations is a science to itself. It was started in the late 1800s. A nephew of Sigmund Freud, the famous psychologist, who was looking at how we're affected by external stimuli and how our subconscious mind works, he took it the next degree. Edward Bernay, the nephew of Freud, developed what was called propaganda. He developed it into a science, I should say, along with the art or science of public relations, along with Walter Lippmann and a guy named Ivy Lee. But in the book, which serves as probably a foundation to the science of propaganda, Bernay says in his book that the science and the conscious and intelligent manipulation of the organized habits and opinions of the masses is an important element in a democratic society. Let me repeat that. The conscious and intelligent manipulation of the organized habits and opinions of the masses is an important element in a democratic society. Those who manipulate this unseen mechanism of society constitute an invisible government, which is the true ruling power of our country. This was being created at the same time that the Council on Foreign Relations, the idea of globalization and a global government and one centralized leadership was being developed. These people worked very closely with the Rockefeller groups and a lot of the elite in the United States, the banking consortiums, and the different media to create certain opinions in the American population. He goes on further to say, we are governed, our minds are molded, our tastes are forms, our ideas suggested, largely by men we have never heard of. Our invisible governors are, in many cases, unaware of the identity of their fellow members in the inner cabinet. It remains a fact that in almost every act of our daily lives, whether the sphere of politics or business and our social conduct or ethical thinking, we are dominated by a relatively small number of people. And of course this people is the elite that he worked for, the people that had the money, the biggest corporations, people like the Rockefellers. So you need to understand that for decades there have been men that have been trying to know how to get into your head and get you to think a certain way, whether it's buying a certain product or voting a certain way. So you need to wake up. You need to realize people are trying to get into your head. Think about that.